Hi folks, Love Wolf here again and welcome back to the channel. So, I've done my bit on the Ducati Panigale V2S. Put the miles on it as required. It's on its way back very soon to Ducati at Coventry. So before it goes back, I thought I'd just give you the last little take on the likes and dislikes of this bike and my final thoughts. So if that's interests you, stay tuned. Okay then, I've got a piece of paper here. It's got a lot of writing on it, but it doesn't mean a lot. So, good points. First point, the looks. I think it looks fabulous, absolutely dynamic. I know one or two that have said it doesn't have the character of one or two of the other Ducatis, etc. I've not got that experience of the other Ducatis. I've got to go with what I've got and what I've seen, and I think this looks stunning. And for me, it's a big plus. When I put this away in the garage every night, since I've had it, I've looked at it and it's given me a smile. Much the same as the wonders on my Suzuki. So when you get that smile, you know what you've got is something that's worth keeping. So that's point one. Second one is the weight. It's 179 kilos. When you put this lot on, this terminone and the other bits and bobs, lighten it, it comes down to, I reckon it's 170 possibly kilos, maybe slightly less, because I think you lose about almost 9-10 kilos by changing the pipes, the end pipes. And you can feel the difference because it's light. I mean, I can wheel it around the garage and in the yard and everything, and easy sweet as a nut. Pull it into position when I need it. That's easy done. Nowhere near like I used to struggle with the big adventure modes. So the weight, it's low, and what does it do? It obviously handles very well. Very well. It's sharp, it twists, it's easy to chuck about, flicks here, left, right. You really do feel comfortable on it. Point three, the engine and gearbox, very smooth. Engine is lovely. Low, you've probably seen in the other videos. You can run this through 30 mile an hour, third gear. You can run it fourth gear, little ticking over, and it'll do the job. Fuel economy is fabulous. And the engine braking as well, that's impressive. If you alter it with the modes that I showed you on the previous video, it does make a difference. And of course, you know, the wheelie, all the gearbox is super smooth as well. It's not as smooth as, say, something like an XL. In fact, it probably ain't as smooth as on my Suzuki. You still feel a little bit of the clunkiness, especially on the downshifts, but it's marginal. And I mean, this thing's brand new. It's only done, like when it goes back, it'll have done 600 mile. So it's ready to be serviced. So that's it. It's the engine, everything. The bit with all the engine, you've got all the modes and everything. I mean, it really is smooth. I mean, you alter the settings and the wheelie, it wheelies like nobody's business. It's really nice, and it's a comfortable wheelie. It ain't one that chucks you up in the air, and you can use it. Right, suspension, it's compliant, it's good. You can use it for the road. I don't know whether or not, I never messed with it, to be fair. The Owlings, I thought, I can't be faffing about with this. I'm just going to be on it for spend more time adjusting it than enjoying it. So I left it as it is. It's set up as standard, and to be fair, it's fine. It's just a little bit stiff, but you'd expect that for a sports bike. But I ain't got a problem with it at all. The bars are nice and wide, make it easy to twist and turn round when you're manhandling it, and definitely again when you're in the bends, you just, you know, easy to swap it all around, easy peasy. The brakes are fine. Again, not done an awful lot, 600 miles, so they're still bedding in. But I found that, you know, a nice gentle squeeze on the lever is fantastic. And if you need to, in a hurry, and I did the other day, it stops you pretty damn well. You know what I mean? So, ergonomics, it's fine. With the wide handlebars, they're not too low. They're pretty comfortable, to be honest. And as I said in previous videos, you know, I've cracked off 170 miles the other day I did on this. And I stopped a couple of times for a drink, but it didn't torture me as much as I thought it would do. Your feet's tucked up, but I don't think that's any worse than she's on my Suzuki GX, to be honest. But I've only got little legs, so big tall guys, you might well struggle, I suppose. But that's all. And one of the final points that I think is the noise. If you can have one of these, you've got to get one of these. I said to these Terminalis, they absolutely are awesome. They transform the bike. They do make it a Ducati MotoGP type replica bike. Awesome. Tyres, fine. No troubles. Rosso, you know, Diablo Rosso, Corsa 4s, fine. Sticky enough for me. I ain't again 600 mile. They give me enough chance to really crack it, give it some stick, but it's never given me any trouble all the way I've been round with it. And I did at one time get caught up some farmers' lanes, and it was a bit dodgy, but that was all. So all in all, that's what I think of this bike. I think it's a fabulous piece of kit. Now there's always a downside. Always a downside. They're not major, but they're just niggles. So I'll give you them. First one's the seat. It's hard. It's hard on my little bum. And this is the only thing that's stopped me riding it for longer than I have, is it catches me here, but that's my boundy little bum. And bear in mind, I wear Ripple shorts underneath my leathers with padding in them. So that's that. I don't know what you could do with it to change it. I think you have to. So another little niggle, the engine is hot. It does in traffic. I got caught a couple of times in the town, and when you're in the traffic you do feel the heat off the engine here. But I had, to be fair, and it's just some Alpine jeans on. So I did feel it. I'd never felt it much after once I put my leathers on. So that's something that might sway you one way or another, but I think it's nowhere near as hot as a V4 would be. Again, I haven't tried it, so I can't be sure. I think the worst one for me is actually the mirrors. They're awful. They bounce, they vibrate, they're all over the place. I mean, you know, it's difficult. I couldn't see out to the back of them too much. But there again, once you pass them, they are in your mirrors very long because they disappear into the distance. So they would have to come off, and I'd have some Rizoma or some bar end mirrors on it if it was mine. But that would be probably the one major alteration that I'd make to it. So the other thing is, and it ain't an eagle, it's just something that you get with these bikes. Now, when you buy it and you buy the package, I didn't buy this and I didn't set the package up. But it's got a button for heated grips, but they're not enabled. So obviously, boom, if you had the heated grips on. Although I wouldn't see me riding this in the winter, to be fair. It's got a cruise control stroke pit line limiter button. Now again, it's optional, but it's there. This one again is set up for the pit lane limiter and the launch control. And I wouldn't personally have that. I'd go for the cruise control, because I did find a couple of times I was out and I was just charling along the major roads. It'd be nice just to knock the cruise control on and have 5 minutes rest. But as I say, again, it weren't a major factor, because I don't think this is a bike you're going to be doing 200, 300, 400 mile days on, especially not on the mountain. I wouldn't have thought it's wasted if you do that. So what's my summary? So in summary, it's a great bike. It's a bit expensive when you think you've got to add on the extras. These Terminalis, I wouldn't even class them as extras. They are a definite. If you're having one of these, you've got to have a set of them. The Olins, yes, maybe a bit overkill if you're on the road, but you know, if it's there, have it. And And also, as I say, you've got to add the other little bits and bobs like the cruise control, the ET grips and all that, and the different packages. This was just over 20,000. I think it was 20,900 and something, or 500 and something. Because it's tricked up, it's got some good bits on it. But as I say, it is what it is. It's a great bike, and it's a definite weekend weapon. So then we come to the crutch point. Would I buy it? If I had the money and the spare money, you know, I think I would. I wouldn't use it as a main bike. I'd have it as my second bike. I'd have it as what I've actually said it is, a weekend weapon. For high days, Sundays, sunny days, or just days where it isn't raining. Go and spend an hour, get 150 mile on it, stop and have some cup of tea somewhere. Be a great day. But as far as I'm concerned, if it was going to be my only bike, it wouldn't be the bike I would buy. The one I want is the one I've already got in the garages, you know. But it's a great bike. So I hope that's been helpful to anybody who's interested in one of these. Again, you've got to bear in mind, I'm not a sports bike fanatic. I've not rode hundreds of them, I've rode a few. But this is by far and away the best I've ever chucked my leg over. Right, on that note, it's a Lone Wolf saying bye for now. Don't forget, tick, like, hit the button, subscribe button, and ring the bell. Get notifications of when I'm making my next videos. There's a lot to come out. I've got a lot more stored and stuff to do. I think after this one, we're going to be back on the old Suzuki, off doing some stuff. So on that note, it's the Lone Wolf saying bye for now, and don't forget, just you be careful out there. Lone Wolf, bye for now.